Hey folks, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. I hope you're having a great day. We've got a few people in chat already. Anarchy got first today. He said, evening Jay, everyone got a beer ready for the stream. Sadly I don't have a beer, I do have an iron brew. Being sat down at my desk all day and all night lately at home is killing my back, so I've had some painkillers, so I can't drink, but I do have a soft drink, so I'll be all good with that. And Anarchy's going to have one for me anyway, so there we go. Acidic Pure here as well. Julum, who is our current hype train conductor. I think that means that he was the last person to donate to the last hype train that we had a couple of days ago. Senor Coconut is here as well, saying yo yo yo. Chronoman27 is here. Nathan Alphaman, George, Dr. Soka, Gradient Switch, Lubed Helios, Key Gem, Slippery P, Zyburst, Bearded Nutink, Kahatas, and Zombie as well. So good evening, folks. I suspect that the number of viewers today is going to be a little bit lower than normal because this is not keyboard-related content, but it is kind of fun and kind of cool. We are going to be building a Nixie clock, which is something I've had this kit for about 4 years now, and I actually need to get around to building it. So that's literally what I'm going to do today. So it's been a bit of a project I wanted to do for a while. I bought it just before I moved into this house, and then it's been sat in a drawer, and that's where it stayed for the past few years. So it's one of those things. We now got Zambamon and King Crack here as well. Saying, when will Novel Cream ship? I have no idea. I haven't bought any creams for a while. Novel creams, yeah, I don't know when they're going to ship. Reach out to Mike, MG Sickler on Discord. I'm sure he'll be able to help. Ropes here as well, saying hello. Hello, sir. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. As I say, we are going to be building the Nixie clock today. I've got some of the parts to one side as well, mainly cables, which we'll look at later on. There's kind of like a cable there, and then there's a power cable here as well. So we'll look at those later on. We don't need them for most of the build. We will need these, which are the Nixie tubes, which I'll open as we get around to it. I haven't watched Techmoan and his Nixie clocks. No, this is I can't remember where I got this from actually. PV Electronics was when I bought this, so there we go. But I haven't watched Techmoan and his Nixie clocks, but I do love them. I've liked them for a long time. This is a really simple one to get me started. It's an IN14 Nixie clock build. This is kind of like a medium-sized Nixie tube. There is a couple of drawbacks to this one. So, for example, for the 5, it uses an upside-down 2, but it should convey the kind of thoughts behind it. If this one works well and I enjoy it, I might buy a couple more. So yeah, I really like the look of them as well. I actually have a Nixie watch kit as well, which is somewhere around. I think that's actually in 2 different boxes, is 2 different packages, which I might get around to building at some point. But that thing's huge, and it sits like this on your wrist. It's absolutely massive. So I might get around to building that at some point as well. Again, I bought these both together about 4 years ago, so that's where it is. Oh, I didn't realise he'd featured them on his YouTube channel. I might check that out after the stream. I might go have a look, because it's something that I'm really interested in. I think they're really cool. So there's a couple of things about this kit. It is just a standard Nixie clock kit with a ton of different components that we need to plug into a series of circuit boards. There is a circuit board per Nixie tube, so this breaks into 6. There's one per Nixie tube. And then this is the main board. retrotechlabs.co.uk is the guys that made this at some point whenever they made it. And then that's the underside as well. And then we also have a GPS module, so this helps it keep the correct time wherever we take it in the world, so we'll be fitting that right at the very end of the stream. And then there's some hardware as well, which we don't need, some screws and bolts. We don't need those just yet. So that's what we're going to be building today. In terms of the case, this is a 2-part case, so there's it's just a film for the Nixie tubes. There's kind of like an acrylic base, which allows LEDs to glow from underneath it, with all of the components and buttons and everything else you need on the back, so that's where all of the controls go. And then in terms of the case, this is not actually made of copper. This is rose gold coppery aluminium. It's just anodized aluminium. It's pretty nice. It's kind of okay. Being a bit of a purist when it comes to this sort of stuff, you'll see that there are marks on the inside of the case, just here, things like that. At some point in the 4 years it's been in the drawer, it's got a couple of dints in it, so it's got like a little tiny chip just under here. You can't actually see it from the front when it's in use, but there is underneath a tiny chip. And then just something that's failed QC here, or has passed QC, but shouldn't have done in my eyes. It's kind of like a little dint just there as well. That being said, it's fine. If that really bothers me, I could always mock up my own kind of case for this and get it made. It shouldn't be too difficult to do. I'd probably make something a little bit more solid, a little bit more hefty, probably not mill out these areas, that kind of thing. But we'll see. We'll see. As we subscribed for 10 months, currently on a 9-month streak. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate that. What else have we talked about? Nixie clocks are awesome. Yes, I really like them. That's why I want to build this one finally. Huey's here as well. Bled into Frisco Melt. Retro Tech Labs Nixie clock kits. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'm not sure if that is... Oh, they still sell the same one as I have. It's 200 quid. That's the exact one I have in the top right hand corner when you load up that page. Yeah. When I actually looked at the receipt for this, the company I bought it from wasn't called Retro Tech Labs, even though they've got the same web address on here. It was a different company, and it was a lot cheaper than that. I think it was about 40 quid or something like that, £40, something like that. But clearly they've gone up in price, and that's the way it is. If this goes really, really well, one thing I do want to do is kind of just do a one-off board that's got two Nixie kind of logos here on a 60%, like horizontally or something like that, or maybe a 66 key in that gap, or maybe a TK or something, and just have them as layer indicators. I'd really like to do that, so maybe that's something I'll do at some point, but we'll see. Depends on how easy or hard this is to do. Giveaway, yes, there is some giveaway. We're going to give away a ton of games today. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different games to give away today. So what we're going to do is random points throughout the stream. I'm just going to give a game away. I'm going to ask you a random question, and you guys are going to put in the answer, and we'll go from there, and we'll try and give some games away. In fact, to be honest, we should probably do one up front right at the very beginning of the stream. Let me Google some general knowledge quiz questions. Some really, really easy ones, just so that you can all have a good go at this. I'm just going to get this up at the end. Okay. So these are just going to be completely random questions, but we will want to join you and Dan in a voice chat on MKK? No. I know you're asking James though, but I'm glad to see you, James, as well. Hello from Germany. Hello, Wana Bavale. I don't know. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but yeah, it's Derek's here as well. Okay, well, let's give a game away. So anyone is eligible for being able to win this. The question is, what is the surname of the guy who played Edward Scissorhands in real life? What's the surname of the guy who played Edward Scissorhands in real life? And we're going to give Rise of the Tomb Raider away for this one. So Rise of the Tomb Raider is a game we're going to give away. Got to put in the surname of the guy who played Edward Scissorhands. The question is, what am I doing with my life? Watching me stream giveaway games. There you go. Derp. Yeah, Derp is correct. 15 eligible winners at the minute. Let's see how many we get. You don't have to enter if it's not a game you're interested in, or if it's something you already own. You don't have to enter. All codes will be given away after the stream as well, not before, not during. Given away after the stream. Oh, James is in bed, bless him. So much for being the fastest. Okay, 20 eligible users now. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. We'll give it another 10 seconds, then we'll roll it and see who the winner is. Is it time to call rigged yet? No, you can call it something other than rigged. It's not rigged. It's completely random. The bot's going to tell you who wins anyway. Okay, let's roll it and see who wins. Nathan Alphaman, there you go. You are the winner of Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is a Steam code. I will get that out to you straight after the show. There you go. Cool. Okay, so that's the first one to give away. We have got some more that we'll give away later on. We've got Warhammer 40,000 Mechanicus, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, Shenmue 1 and 2. We've got Sniper Elite V2, Sniper Elite 3, and Umbrella Corps Deluxe Edition, as well as Soul Calibur 4 as well. Soul Calibur 6 as well. So quite a few games to give away. That's what's going to come across the rest of the stream. So plenty to go at yet. And don't worry, guys, if you didn't win, plenty more opportunity to win. Okay, so without much further ado, I'm kind of nervous about this build, I'll be honest, guys, because there's a lot to it, and this is probably beyond my usual level of soldering capacity that you see on a normal stream. Someone being busy with the Humble Bundle. A few people have donated codes. Some of the codes have come from James, AKB. Some of the codes have come from A1A. Some of the codes have come from me. I can't remember which codes came from who, but yes, 3 different people giving codes away. Should do a command to the kit that you got. So the kit that I bought isn't available anymore. This particular kit isn't available anymore. However, Anarchy did find another store that is actually using the same name. I don't know if it's the same guys or if I just bought it from a reseller that actually does sell it. So yes, I can do that. Let me do that. In fact, it's £200. But let me do that. I'll add it to the build command. How about that? Okay. There you go. So there's a link that you can copy out of the back of that. In fact, let me edit that a little bit. I didn't realise it pasted it in so close. Okay. There we go. Let's try that again. There you go. Cool. The link now works. You can now click it in the command. There you go. Yeah, I've already fixed it, Nathan. I've already fixed it. There you go. So that is the same kit as what I'm building, but I bought this a long time ago, so how close it is to this, I don't know. Anyway, this is the list of components that we have to solder, or this is the pile of components we have to solder. The list of components is pretty big. There is quite a lot of components on there. Tons of different resistors. I don't even know how to differentiate which resistors are which, so that's going to be interesting and fun. We've also got ICs and everything else. I'm hoping the number of them will help me work out which is which, because I have no idea how to tell which ones these are. So, for example, it tells me I should have R1 and R2 resistors should be 4.7 k ohms at 1/4 watt. R3 and 4 should be 390 kilo ohms at 1/4 watt, and I don't know which are which. So we may have to go by the number of them that there are. I'm going to put all my resistors together over here. What switches those? Yeah, fun. Okay, so those are all resistors. I think they're all different. They all look different. So for those that you don't know, resistors have basically got color codes on them that show the horizontal bars. Are they going to focus? The horizontal bars of color show what type of resistor it is and which way round it goes. But there's a ton of different ones. So none of these packages are the same. So there are 3 in that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different types of resistor. I'll have to work out which are which. Apparently there's some that are only 1 of each. Okay, great, interesting. We'll get there. Then there's capacitors as well, which we'll get to. I'm just going to try and lay out as much as I can up here. As I say, I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed already by this build. There is a lot more to this than I would usually do. But we'll get there. We will get there. This is where I need someone like Yankar on stream to tell me what I'm doing right or wrong. switches. Okay. Luckily, some of these are going to be labelled, so we'll be alright with those ones. Some of them won't be. Tubes for something there. A diode. Okay. Feeling more and more overwhelmed here, guys. That's one of those. I don't know if it's the same. Okay. Some of them are definitely labelled, which is a huge, huge help. Okay, so that'll be IC connector ports, another switch there. Okay. Just trying to group similar components together so I can work out which are which. Okay. Put those up there. The LED, another switch. Don't know what that is, but we'll find out. Some of these things I have no idea what they even are. Right, okay, cool. Okay, resistors have colour codes. Yes, I know they do, I just don't know which ones are which. I may have to look up resistor colour codings for them. Just use a multimeter or resistance to make sure. Yeah, I don't have a multimeter to hand. I did try and get one out of the garage earlier on, I couldn't find it. Wi-Fi Nixie clock, yes. I don't think this one has Wi-Fi, but it does have GPS. You're doing it wrong. I'm not doing it wrong. You're a connoisseur of premium and luxury pens. I do like pens, yes. I have a bit of a thing for pens. Not necessarily really expensive ones, but I do like them. Nixie clock, yes, Nixie clock. That's exactly what we're building. If you're not sure, have a Google, you'll see they kind of like use these old tubes that were designed in the Soviet era to display numbers. Does the parts bag have a code on it or have found instructions but different ones depending on bag number? Yes, I already have the right list of instructions up. So I've already done that, Anarchy. I've got the list of instructions up here. I've got it just to the side of what I can see from chat and everything else, which tells me exactly what I need. What it doesn't tell me is which one of these is the right piece, so I'm going to have to try and do it visually and all of that kind of stuff. Shame it wasn't solved by Nixie Mech. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to make a start. Oh, hold on. Okay, so it's actually got two lists here. So it's got table of components for the driver board, and then it also has a list of components and tells me what I should have. So I should have 6 270 quarter watt resistors. So 6 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Oh, that's 9. So that's the 4.7 kilo ohms. So that's the 4.7. Try and put these in the order they've got them here. I should have 3, so I should have 6 270. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's those. Get these in this order, then I'll be able to work out which are which. I should have 3 1 kilo quarter watt, so 3 of those. I should have 4 15, so that's that. And then I should have 1, and then I should have 2. Okay, so now I know which ones are which. And then if I put this back in that order, I can always just go back to that table of reference and have a look. Okay, so that makes that a little bit easier. Capacitors, I should have quite a few different ones. I don't even know what are capacitors and what aren't. I don't even know what they are, but okay, we'll come back to them. I think these are the capacitors. This is where my electronics knowledge is terrible. Okay, I think we'll be alright on those. Transistors as well, so I should have 5 of one. Okay. Don't see anything I have 5 of. Interesting. They're all just fixings. That's a buzzer of some sort. Oh, okay, 5 of these. So these are the transistors. Okay. Nice. Write down the values on the edges. Good idea. Let me get a Sharpie. Let me get a Sharpie. So this one is 270 ohms. 270. This one is just 1 kilo ohm. So I'm just going to put 1. This is 4.7. This is 15. And this is 390. So the only one that's not labelled there is a 300. There we go. Cool. Good idea. Good idea. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay. So capacitors. I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 capacitors. I have no idea which ones they are. I assume it's these. So I should have 3 of these ones. Yeah. So I've got 3 of those. That's that. What's this one? Luckily these are labelled. Yeah, so that's that one. And I should have 3 ceramic ones, which will be, I assume it'll be those. And a 0.1F or 0.22F. Okay, so that should be those. Don't have 2 of anything there. Diodes, I should have 3 diodes. Well, I'm pretty sure I don't have 3 diodes, I only have 1 diode. Unless these are diodes as well. Let's have a look. Okay. Not sure. The visual guide will help us. We'll get there. We'll get there. I like this prototyping of the JO6 with Nixie, absolutely. GM is here as well. Well done. Glad to see you. Bought a nice pen the other day. It's a plastic fountain pen which has a display tank. Yeah, I've got a few fountain pens. This is like kind of full of fountain pens, and I've got some more as well. That's just the ones I use regularly, and of course my daily driver. This is my Brass Beast, which is the pen I use daily. But there we go. Red strip is likely the diodes. Yeah, I was thinking there might be diodes, but they're not like ones I've ever seen before. And there's only 4 of them. And there isn't anything in the diode list that should be 4. I should have 1 N of 5819s. I should have 3 of those. So it could be those. In fact, actually, that one wasn't in part of it. So it could be that it's 3, 1, and 1. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that looks like that's right. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Is that some mascara on the JO1? Mascara? No, it's a pen. It's a pen, god damn it. It's a pen. I don't use mascara. The wife does, but I don't. The grey wing is the same as the black wing on the orange. Cool, perfect. Cool. Yeah, that's mascara. Sure. Right, okay. Right, okay, so going through the parts again. Okay, so integrated circuits. Okay, I should have 3 of those. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Okay. I don't know what that bit is, but could be that. Okay, do you know what? Let's just crack on. We'll know. We will know. Oh, that's the fuse. So there we go. That's the fuse. The next part of the guide tells me that that particularly is the fuse. There you go. You can't see. Fuse. Nice and simple. Okay, so these should be additional capacitors as well. Inductors L1 and L2, maybe, oh, inductors, sorry, maybe 3 types. Right, okay, so these are inductors, there we go. Right, okay. Okay. Start by installing D1 to D4. Okay. This is where we start getting tricky. This is where it starts getting tricky. Let's get the main board and let's then start to put everything in. So the first thing we've got to do is put in D1 to D4. So trying to find those on here as well. So D1 is here. D2 is above it. D4 is just there. Not sure where D3 is. 9 to A6. What colour is its ink? It's black. Well, D1 and D2 are really obvious. D4 is really obvious. D3 is eluding me right now. D5 is there. Okay, this build is going to take me a long time. Okay, so let's do that. So I think it's these. So D1 to D3 is a 1N5819, which I have 3 of. Okay, so I'm going to put these into place. And I'm going to align them up like so, just so you guys can see. So I'm going to put these in here. You can see just there that there's a line to that side. You can see on the diode there's a grey line, so I'm going to line those up and trust that's right. I'm going to put that in like so. I'm going to push that down so it's nice and neat and tight on the PCB, and we'll solder those and clip them later on. And then we've got another one for D2. Evening lads, hope we're keeping in well. Yeah, not too bad. I'm going to do this set of components. There's about 6 or 7 components, and I'm going to do another giveaway. Okay, that's those in place. So now we need to find D3. So let's try and do this properly. D3 is down here, so this is D3 down here. So we've done D1 and D2 up here, and we're going to do D3 down here. Okay. And again, I'm just observing the direction of where to put the grey bar on these, the actual line. Okay, so that's those installed. Next up, we need to do the next diode, which is the D4. And the image, it shows me that it's this diode, so one that we might be more familiar with from keyboards. Sometimes it's safest to use side cutters to get them out of the bandoliers in case the adhesive gets in through the holes. It's fine. It's not going to do too much damage either way. It'll be fine. So this one goes in a D4. Again, I don't have a diode bender or a component bender, so you'll have to cope with me using my fingers to do them. Then, as I say, just bend the pins to keep them in place. And we're going to do a few components at a time here, so it's kind of split into sections is the build guide. So we're just going to do a few different components at a time, and then go from there. Okay. Then we need to put IC1 in place, and we need to bend the leads of the IC1 as shown, and then solder in place. Okay, so this is IC1, and it tells me to bend the pins. As you can see, the pins out. It tells me to bend them at 45 degrees. Sorry, 90 degrees. So let's come up this way. Like so. And this goes in the IC1 slot, which we're going to try and find now. which should be relatively easy to find, I would have thought. Let me see if I can find it on a picture. Oh yeah, okay, I see one. Okay. So they have that going over the top of the components just here. Okay. So that goes over the top of the two diodes just like so. Okay, continue to C1, C2. Okay, so then we need two of these. The fuse. So we've got these two capacitors here. We've got a fuse, which I showed you before, which I don't think has polarity on the pins because they're the same size and everything else. And then we've got one of the TRRS connectors as well to connect in, which I think is this one. Oh, it's not a TRRS, it's a proper jack. There you go, look. It's a power cable. Okay, so let's see where these need to fit in place. Oh, and then we need one of the L2 inductors. Let me just check how many of those we should have. Inductors. 2 of those. So it's one of those. There we go. Okay, cool. Okay. L2 is a 100U inductor, so this goes in the L2 slot, and again it shouldn't matter which way we put the orientation around on these pins, so we're just going to pop that in there like so. I'm going to bend these pins just to hold it in place, and then it's like so. And then we've got, now these ones do have to go in one way round. These have got one leg longer than the other, if you can see. The long leg goes in the positive, and the short leg goes in the negative. So if you can see just here, there's a little plus, the long leg's gone in that side. Any hot swap Nixies avail? I wish this was hot swap and I didn't have to solder all this because it's getting already quite confusing. Again, the second one just going to go in here. Okay. And then we need to put the power adapter jack in. I'm going to pop that in place there. And then we're going to put the fuse in as well. And again, this doesn't matter from a polarity perspective, so we're just going to push this in place. Okay, so that is our first set of components added to the build if the camera decides to focus. So we're now going to solder all of these into place, try and keep them nice and smooth and level where we can, and then we'll clip them and keep it all nice and neat and tidy. So that's all now, so you can clip off the leads. Yeah, I'm going to do this step by step. So put 4 or 5 things in, follow the guide, and then solder from there. So we're going to solder in the stages it recommends, and then clip as we go. Okay. Just going to do this bottom diode first. There we go. Get the flush cutters ready. there's any pins I can't reach because of wires in the way. I'm just going to solder what I can for now, then I'll come back, clip through, and then once I've clipped, I shall try and continue soldering. Okay. Okay, let's carry on soldering some of these parts now. Okay. Once these parts are soldered in, what we'll do is another giveaway, as I said, and then I will go back and tidy up this all of this clipping later on as well, as I need to. I'm just going to bend some of these wires slightly out of the way. If this works, I'll be really impressed, because I'm really not expecting it to. I believe that this might be beyond my soldering ability, so we shall see. Okay, I just need to... try to solder these pins. Okay, that all looks okay. It's a lot more intense than just soldering some switches on a keyboard. I get it, as long as you put the correct components in the correct spots. Yeah, I'm pretty confident I'll be alright to do it. I'm kind of half and half with it, to be honest. I keep flipping and flopping, like, is this above my soldering ability or is it not? But we'll see. I've done PCBs from scratch before, so if I can do those, I can do this. I'm just going to have a look and make sure I haven't bridged any of these connections on this IC, because I am really worried about that. So I'm just going to reflow each of these. Okay, there's a tiny bit of bridging there in the middle. So I'll come back to that later on. Must remember that that's slightly bridged. Everything is nice and level. Okay, just got the connected solder on now. Okay, can you show the Nixie tubes? Yeah, they're all wrapped up. I haven't opened them up yet. We can open them up. Yeah, I've pretty much sorted out. I'm slightly worried about it, but it'll be alright, Anarchy. It'll be alright. I don't want to get the desoldering iron out at this time of night to pull the excess solder out. But it'll be okay. I should be able to get back into that. There's never any other components that are going to stop me or getting in the way of that. Just because of where it is. It's a slight bridge just in here. If you can see, just a slight bridge just in there. So I should always be able to get to this to fix it. So these are the Nixie tubes themselves. So I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but they have all of the different numbers inside as different filaments, and depending on the voltage applied, a different filament lights up and gives you the different number. So there we go. The last thing I want to do is break any of those. So there we go. Okay, so we'll come back and we'll fix that bridge later on. As I say, it's just between two of the pins here. I'm just going to straighten that up. It might not even be bridging, I can't tell. I need to get my little magnifying glass out and have a look. It might be alright. Either way, I'm not sure. I don't think we'll finish the build anyway tonight, so I can fix that. Wires look a bit bent. Yeah, well, the wires won't be that long on the Nixie tubes. They'll end up fitting into this PCB and standing maybe 5mm above it. So the wires will all come all through here, and then I'll have to trim them really close and stuff like that. So we'll get there though. Okay. Okay, so the next thing we need to put into the PCB and solder is this, one of these, whoops, one of these, I think, yeah, and one of these. So all of these need to go in this, as well as this, and then I need 4.7. I need two 4.7s. So there we go, that's two 4.7s. Two 390s, which are these. And a 300, which is the one on its own. So there we go. There we go. Nice and easy. So we're getting there. We are making good progress. Okay. What's up, Jay? How are you, brother man? I'm not too bad, thank you very much. I'm doing okay. Oh, they're quite small. Yeah, they're only. You can get bigger ones, but the bigger ones are really expensive. Even when I bought these, and these were cheap, the bigger ones were really expensive. So you can get ones that are probably twice this size. So this is what, like 5 centimeters tall, something like that, give or take. But you can get ones that are, you know, twice the size. I have a Nixie watch kit as well, Senor Coconut. It's not the one that Steve Wozniak did, I don't think, but I do have a Nixie watch kit as well. That is not something I would feel comfortable soldering, so we'll try this first. If this works when we've done, then maybe I'll build that on a future stream. Okay, so next set of components. Let's get these in place. Okay, take care that the notched end of the IC socket I don't know which is a notch end. Notch on the socket. There isn't a notch on the socket. Interesting. Oh, I see what it means. Yeah, okay, so it goes this way around. Okay, so what it actually meant is it actually meant this little tiny groove just in the front here, if you guys can see that. There's like a tiny groove just here on the front. I'm not sure how visible that is. Probably not very. But there is a tiny, tiny groove there on the front. there isn't on the other side. So just means to put the groove where the groove is on the image, just here. So we'll pop this into place. I hate it when the pins in these jump out. Just going to pull that one through. Okay, I'm going to tack that in place first. I'm just going to put 2 corners in on this. And then I'm just going to make sure it's nice and flush, and then I'll come back and do the rest of the pins later on. Just because it's likely to fall out. So I'm just going to heat it up now. I've got the 2 pins holding it in place. I'm just going to heat each side up and push it in. Make sure it's nice and flush, and then just do the same on the other side. There we go. Okay, that's all looking good. That's now held in place. A notch on the old socket sounds like some sort of colloquial expression. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Notch on your bedpost and all that kind of thing. Maybe, right? Okay. Ensure that the minus light stripes on the C3 and C4 are facing towards each other as shown below. Okay, so let's do the C3 and the C4. So C3 is this one. And then C4 goes like so. Okay, those are in place. And then we've got the other L1 diode to go in here. Not diode, sorry. Whatever they're called, I can't recall. Okay. And then we've got the diode 5 to go in place. There we go, that's all in place. And then we have this little guide to go in place. Now, I have no idea how to determine which way round this goes. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these little 4 pin things. But it does also say that I need to join the pins. I'm assuming that these don't matter which orientation they go in. Whitsellers, Top Clack going strong, thank you very much for the 9 months of subs. I can only assume that that doesn't have an orientation, because it doesn't say that there's an orientation as to how it goes. The picture isn't particularly clear. It's an IRFD 220. Let's have a look at the beginning of this. Oh, transistor IRFD 220 MOSFET. So I've only got one of them apparently, so that's not the right thing. Interesting. Glad I checked now. Those two are the same. That one's different. IRF 220, there we go, so it's this one. And the side for the join pins goes in one side. Okay, excellent. Okay, cool. There we go. This is where we check these things. Get a magnifying glass and get a microscope. Yeah, I can read it on them. I can read it just fine. It says it on them. So I'm going to solder these parts first, and then we'll come back and then we'll do the diodes that go in here, or the resistors, sorry, that go in there. Okay. There we go, those soldered. Let me quickly clip these away. Okay. Definitely don't want these legs dropping on the floor and getting in the dog's feet or anything. That's something we definitely want to avoid. Pog. I don't even know where Pog comes from as a meme. I'm not quite sure where it came from. Don't know what started it. Right, okay, now I'm just going to go and quickly solder up the rest of the pins on here. Okay, do the other side now. And then once this is done, we can jump onto the next set. Okay, that's all looking good. He says, just checking a couple of these aren't cold soldered. Okay, all looking good. Okay, so there's just that one component with the bridge there. It's more of an emote for excitement, not really a meme. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I have no idea where it came from, so that's fine. Okay, where are we next in the guide? Right. Oh, look what I've just spotted in there. Okay. Okay, next up, what do we need? Everything looking good and clean so far. We need this bad boy, which is like a little silver two-pronged thing. Oh, we need to go back and do the resistors, don't we, actually? Right, okay, so resistor 1 and resistor 2 are 4.7s, which were these two. Now, if I scroll down to the image, can I tell which way round these go? Yeah, okay, so these got the light coloured bar towards the bottom. So these go in here. First one in place. I'm going to take the second one, again put it in the same way around. I'm not sure if resistors, it matters which way around they go. I assume with the colours it does, but I could be wrong. Someone please tell me if my lack of electronics knowledge, if resistors are orientated or not. Okay, so that's those two in. R3 and R4 are the 390. Resistors are not directional. Okay, so it shouldn't matter which way around I put these in then, but we'll copy the diagram anyway, because why not? 390, and these have a dark band at the top. Okay. Use one side. Okay. And then the last one should be the one on its own, which is a 300, yeah. And again, that goes in the image, so the dark band is to the top. Okay, so let's put those in, and then we've got that little MOSFET to solder as well, so we'll solder that first. Cool, so now go up to speed. Okay. And I completely forgot to give another game away. Should we do a couple of games now, giveaways? Let's give away some. It's a clock. Building a smartphone. It feels like it. This is intense for me. This is more soldering than I usually do. Right. Okay. Let's do a giveaway. Right. Okay. Okay. So next question up. Let me get the answer ready into Nightbot for the giveaway. So we're going to give away 2 games here. We're going to do 2 games. So we'll do 2 different winners, because I've not done one for a little while. So the first game we're going to give away is a Shenmue 1 and 2, which is a package, so Shenmue 1 and 2. The question is, H2O is the chemical formula for what? What is the formula H2O for? So whoever puts in the answer for this one, if you keep going guys, anyone is eligible to win this, mods, regular subscribers, users, anyone. It's going to be for Shenmue 1 and Shenmue 2. Depleted Vespine, you got the right answer, but putting the dash and agro at the end invalidates it. So if you want to be in there to win it, you need to get rid of that. I heard you say Polish Postal Service is on hold. Any idea of how long? So that's all I know from DHL. What DHL told me on my business account from my business rep is that nothing was coming in and out of Poland, and I had a DHL parcel coming from KVD fans, my Polaris, and they said nothing was coming in and out there. It's wet is the clue. .com. Okay, so I think most people have answered that one now. Let's roll the first winner. So this is for Shenmue 1 and 2, and the winner is Nightbot has won the giveaway. Nightbot can't win the giveaway, so Nightbot isn't winning. I'm going to re-roll it. Alansky, there you go. So Alansky, who has been following since August 2019, he is the winner of that one. So I'll get that out to him after the show. Okay, there we go. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Okay, next question. Don't discriminate against the bot. Yeah, the bot can't win it. That just shows you how random this is, right? The next game we're going to give away is the Umbrella Core Deluxe Edition. There's 2 codes for this one, so you get 2 bits of software with it. The question we're going to ask here is going to be another really, really easy one. Okay, complete the title of the following play by Shakespeare. The Merchant of... What's the end of this Shakespeare play? The Merchant of... There you go. Talisman, Las Vegas. James says Huddersfield. I wish it was Huddersfield. You should have done Luga Baruga, James. That's what you should have done. Loughborough. Luga Baruga. Okay, Venice is the right answer, guys, if you want to pop in there. In fact, I hadn't even set it up. Right, go now, guys. Put Venice back in. Put Venice back in now, guys, because I hadn't typed it into the giveaway thing. So put it back in. Type it back in again, guys. Go on. You've got a minute to type it back in while I clip these, and then we'll roll this one. If you've already put it, you need to put it again because I'm an idiot and I forgot to update the thing. So I will go through and tidy all of these up better later on before we actually put the case on the clock, but I'm just going to trim these down just so they're nice and neat for now, and not causing any issues. So go on, guys, get Venice put back into the chat if you want to win Umbrella Core Deluxe Edition. That's what we're giving away now. Again, I haven't played this game, so if it's crap, I apologise, but that's what we're giving away. Okay. Right, okay, I'm going to roll it now. There's a few people in there to win it. Shorks, or Shorkies, or Shorks, there you go, you've won. Congratulations. SHAWKES, that guy's won. So reach out to me on Discord or whisper to me on here and I will get that out to you after the stream tonight. Cool. Shocks. What a shocker. Yeah. Shocks won. I like it. Yeah, nice. Okay, so again, I'm going to tidy all this up later on where we've been soldering, but hey, it will do the job for now. Right, back to the guide. What do we have to do next? We've soldered all of these. That's all soldered. Yes, you've done all these. Right, okay, cool. So next we need this bad boy. We also need these 2 bad boys. We also need these 3 bad boys. At least Lubed Helios didn't win. He's got just as much chance as everyone winning. That's fine if people want to win. It's not a problem. Okay, so C5. Okay, so these might be different. Okay, so that's 15. Gosh, this one is barely legible. I want to say it says 33. Yeah, it's 33. Okay, so that's 15, that's 33. We've got the crystal. And then we've got these, which should be marked 104. Yeah, cool. Okay, so let's get these into place. So these go... C5 is a 15, which is this one. Okay. C6 goes here. There we go. And then X1 goes here. Again, shouldn't matter which way round the orientation on this is, because there's nothing to identify it. Cool. Okay, so now we'll quickly solder these into place, and then we've got the 3 remaining ones to do. We're already winners. We're part of the top Clack gang. Nice. Well played. Well played. Yeah, we're giving away some games, Fire Wrath. We've done a few already. I think we've done 3 or 4 already. We're giving away some more momentarily. Got a total of 9 to give away today in total. I think we've given, what have we done? We've done 1, 2, 3. We've only given away 3, so we've got plenty more to do. Okay, nice. That's those nicely soldered. Next thing I need to do is work out where we're going to put the others. So these C7, C9 and T10. So C7 goes here. That one's nice and easy to do. Just need to find C9 and C10. C9 is there. And then just need to find C10. Okay. Typical that I can't find it. C10, here we go. There we go. So now we'll quickly solder those into position. Trim their legs, and then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, is Sherwood Forest from Shakespeare? It's in Robin Hood. Yes, Sherwood Forest is actually in Nottingham, which is not too far away from me. Thank God that didn't go in the keyboard. In fact, Bledin's probably the closest one to Nottingham right now. In chat. I have been to Sherwood Forest. I actually went camping there with the Scouts when I was a kid. And I've driven past it a number of times. Not repping. I'm impressed. Impressed by what? Impressed that I know where Sherwood Forest is. It's literally 45 minutes drive from my house. Okay, so that's those all installed. All looking good so far. Whew. Right, okay, so the next thing we need to do is do Q2, Q3 and Q4. So I think these are different if I remember rightly. So that's 1. That one is the same. And that one is different. Okay. So Q2 and Q3. Let me scroll back up. I'm scrolling back up to the directory of inventory of stuff now. Just make sure I've got the right thing. Okay, so what does this say? 8178943. Yeah, 817. So 817 optocoupler. Oh, so they are all three the same. Okay, they are all three the same, even though this one's slightly different. It's got the same notation on the top of it, so it must just be a different branded one. Oh, it does say PC817 instead of EL817. That worries me slightly. We also need those two as well. Okay, let's take a look and see where we're going to put these on the board. Okay. So again, we are going to solder these in place one side at a time. Yeah, these are going to drop out. I'm just going to put one in, put something on the desk underneath it to hold it in place, solder one pin, and then I'll come back and level it all up, and then do the same on the other side. So now that's in place, we're just going to heat the pin up and hold it in position. There we go. Do the same on the other side. I'm just literally using the flush cutters to wedge this piece in place so we can get it nice and level whilst we tidy up the solder. Okay, we'll solder the rest of the pins on these quickly. Difficult now, bridge that. How on earth did we bridge that? There we go. Okay, so that's those all soldered into place. And then these just clip into place here. Okay. Pay attention to the orientation of the dot and the body parts, and then solder the sockets in place. Don't solder the parts to the sockets. Yes, yes, I'm aware. Okay. And then it's time to put the IC in as well. I'm never a fan of putting these in place. I miss so much. Yeah, man, this is a painful build though. I'm pretty confident that it's not going to be my neatest work ever, but as long as it works, we'll be alright. Okay, So there we go, guys. That's how we're looking right now. Slowly but surely getting there. The only thing we do need to go back and do is just check the pins on this one, because I think there's a slight bridge connection there, so we fix that right at the end. Okay. So that's those. It also looks like we need to do it with the 1K resistors as well. So I'm going to pop these in. Whoops. The 1K resistors go in 13, 14 and 15 slots, which is nice and easy to do because they're all three next to each other. Where are the stabilizers? Can you at least lube a resistor or something? Yeah. Alright, guys. Alright. Once I've done these resistors, we'll do another game giveaway as well. Bledin, if you are listening, good sir, you need to find me a question and DM it to me, because I've run out. So I'm going to put the onus on you to find me a question that I can ask. Easy answers, please. Keep it civil. Keep it civil. Go on. You've got until I've soldered these diodes to. Sorry, resistors, not diodes. Got until I've soldered these resistors to find them out for me. Rotary engines, yeah. Okay. As soon as I've soldered these three, we'll check what Bledin's question is and the answer. And then we'll open it up to you guys to see if you can win. Just going to trim these legs before I forget. There we go. Okay, let's see if Bledin's come up with something. He has. Okay. So that's not a bad question. So his question is, what are made and repaired by a cobbler? So what does a cobbler repair? If you guys get your answer into chat now, we are going to give away Soul Calibur 6. That's going to be what we give away. Soul Calibur 6. Peaches, interesting. Cobbled roads. Okay, this is looking alright so far. I'm not too unhappy with it. Just slightly frustrated that I did bridge a couple of these pins here. I might just have a quick go at trying to heat these through. In fact, my soldering iron is absolutely filthy. Shoes is the right answer, guys. If you want to put shoes into chat now, that's the right answer. As I say, we are going to give away Soul Calibur 6 in a minute. It's not better, but it's not worse. Okay, we'll fix it at the end. Okay, let's roll it and see who's going to win this one. So this is for Soul Calibur 6. Matt the Pokemon Kid. There we go. Mr. Pokemon Kid himself. I will get that game code to you post haste after the stream, good sir. Holy balls. There you go. Nice and easy. Okay. So, let's crack on with the rest of the build. Still not happy with this piece. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to desolder that and then resolder it fully. I'm just not happy with the way it's soldered right now. Okay. Let me see what we've got to do next. Okay, so next we've got to do the R16, 17, 18, 19, 20 and 21 resistors, and these are the 4.7 ohm ones, which are these bad boys, and these all go under each Nixie tube outing, so these are the ones that are all going to go underneath these, which is where the Nixie tubes are going to plug into. Okay, I'm going to try and do these the same orientation as they are on the other one. I know Talisman mentioned earlier on that this shouldn't matter which orientation they are, but I like to do things as close to the original as I can. Okay. Sorry this is slow going, guys. I say rigged, making me choose. I can't really enter fairly. Rigged for you lot, so I don't win, obviously. It's alright, don't worry, I'll pick on someone else to do the next question. I'll pick on someone else. Pick my favourite people. Okay, we are running out of time actually. I might have to do quite a few giveaways towards the end of the stream. But we shall see. We shall see. What I'll try and do is I'll just try and do a giveaway after each section that I complete on the guide. So these resistors are technically one section of this guide. I know you're being sarcastic, Blade. I know, you kind of like the attention, really. You kind of like being asked to do it, really, I'm sure. A couple of regulars winning today, though. Pokemon Kid, Nathan Alphaman. Regular chatters and people that we see in the Discord servers. A couple of names I don't recognise as well. Shorks and Alansky. Okay, so now we're going to quickly solder these. Okay, once I've soldered these, I'm going to pick on someone else to come up with the next question and DM it to me. Why doesn't this one stick? There we go. Okay. Okay, whilst I'm doing this then, if I actually, do you know, I was going to say Talisman Solutions, but do you know what we should do? We should make it the previous winner picks the next question. So, Matt, the Pokemon Kid, you've just posted your smiley face. You now need to DM me within the next 2 minutes a question and an answer for the next quiz question. So, Matt, the Pokemon Kid, it's on you. I am waiting with bated breath in my DMs for a good general knowledge, easy quiz question that most people are going to be able to get right. As our previous winner, you have the dubious honour of picking our next question. There we go. Sent in Discord, easy enough. I'll have a look in a second, dude. I'll have a look in 1 minute. Let me just clip these, and then I will get the next question set up. The next game we're going to give away is going to be the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, by the way. That's what we're going to give away next. Has the music stopped? I think it's just doing whatever it's doing. It is going to start again. Still playing the video anyway. Can I just not hear it? Okay, there we go. There is music. There is music. It's just stopped. Okay, let's see what question Matt came up with. Okay, yeah. So that's a good question. So the question is, when I get back to it, is how many are in a baker's dozen? So how many are in a baker's dozen? I'm looking for the actual numbers, not the word written out. How many in a baker's dozen? I give you some actual responsibility later on, Talisman, don't worry. And this is for the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Nathan Alphaman, yes you can, absolutely, go for it. If you want to add another prize to the pool, you are welcome to. Mr. Petrov, I can't ask that. Maybe I'll do that right at the end of the stream, Mr. Petrov, for one of the other games. Yeah, so how many in a baker's dozen? How many in a baker's dozen? Okay, I'll give you guys another minute to get your answers in. You guys are down at bakeries too much. The answer is 13, guys. Get 13 put in if you want to be eligible for this. Okay, I'll take a drink and then we'll roll it. Right, okay, let's roll it. Bledin has won. There we go. Emmy Bledin has won. That's complete chance as well. I'll get that code out to you after the stream, Bledin. That feels like it was rigged, but it so wasn't. Guys, I'm just pressing a button. I don't choose what the bot sends. The bot picks at random. So there you go. I'll get that later on. Nathan Offerman, if you want to DM me whatever you need to DM me for another giveaway to the pool, you can do that. Defo not rigged. No, it wasn't rigged at all. I promise it wasn't rigged. When does Nightbot win again? Yeah, okay, so Talisman, as Emir Bledin has already given an answer and a question, and he's already won one, I'm not going to ask him to do a next one as well. So Talisman, please DM me with an easy quiz question and an answer as well. Something that most people are going to be able to get, not something particularly difficult. So yes, so Mr. Talisman Solutions, you have 2 minutes to DM me a quiz question for the gang. And the next game we're going to give away is going to be Warhammer 40,000 Mechanicus. So there we go. I don't mind not winning. No, you've already given us one question. It's more fair to share the questions out. Okay. So the next thing I have to do is fit this bad boy, which this is going to be a pain to solder. I'm really not looking forward to this. Again, I'm just going to solder one pin. And then I'm going to check it's in the right orientation afterwards. Okay. Okay, that is in the correct orientation. So this is going to be where one of the other ICs sit. So we are going to solder this into place. How best to do this? How best to do this? I'm going to try and do all of the inside ones first, and then once I've done the inside ones, I'll see what question Talisman has come up with. Okay. Okay, just because in the swing of it, I'm just going to solder the whole thing actually, guys, and then we'll do the Talisman question. I have high hopes for this question, by the way, Talisman. I'm really hopeful that... Okay, so that's that soldered. There you go, guys. It's not the neatest job, but it should do just good enough. So I'm highly anticipating this. Okay, yeah, that's a good question. I like that. Okay, let me put the answer into thingy. Okay, so the question is... what is the name of the third planet from the sun, guys? What is the name of the third planet from the sun? Enter that into chat to win Warhammer 40,000 Mechanicus. Mr. Petrov, please behave. Walker trying to go all intellectual on us. It's just Earth, guys. It's Earth. Third rock from the sun. Third rock from the sun. Yeah. We're on the same wavelength here. On the same wavelength. Okay, I'm going to give it another minute for you guys to do that. It's clear it's Pluto. Isn't that a dwarf planet now? Is that even a real planet? So the next thing we're going to have to solder is these bad boys. I'm going to have to solder these in place. One for each Nixie clock. We need more shows like that these days. We do need some better shows, yeah. Okay, I'm going to roll this one. There's only 10 of you that have put Earth into chat, so if you do want to win this, you need to put Earth in now. Doesn't matter if you get a case correctly, but you need to put it into chat. Earth is the right answer. Okay, I'm going to roll it in 3, 2, 1. And the winner is Depleted Vespine. Depleted Vespine, you are the winner, so I will get that code out to you straight after the show today. Nice and easy. But Depleted Vespine, you know what that means. it means now, depleted Vespene, that you have to give me the next question. So you have to DM me on Discord with the next question. Well, you just won something, good sir, and it was a game. So you now need to DM me the next question and answer, and we'll get that into the chat in a few minutes. I just want to solder a couple of these in place. So what I'm going to do is I've got 6 of these to put in, so I'm going to solder 1 pin on each first, just to hold them in place. Make sure they're in broadly the right position. Wait for my soldering iron to warm up. Okay, so that is miles out of position, but I'm going to reheat that and push it into place. Okay, and I'm just going to do this with all 6 of these. And that should give depleted Vespene time to come up with the next question for me. Oh my god, this time I've been pronouncing solder wrongly. Yeah, you guys call it soda or in America, don't you? Solder. Solder, that's it. I want to J-score the clock afterwards. Maybe. I do need to catch up with the J-score because there's a couple of boards I think that we haven't J-scored recently that I need to add on to the list. So it might be that when we do the second stream of this particular build, because I'm not going to get it finished tonight, that we do a J-score catch-up as well. Okay, 2 more of these left to go. Solder. I don't know how you guys pronounce it. I know it's different, but solder is how we would say it in the UK. The correct way. I'm just kidding. It's completely colloquial. There is no right or wrong way to say it. Gosh. That solder I did not want to hold then. There we go. Okay, last one, and then we shall take up the question from depleted Vespene and see how he's done in terms of picking a question. Okay, so that's all 6 of those soldered into place. But they do now need all of the other pins doing as well, so we'll get around to that in a second. Let's see what depleted Vespene has come up with a question. Okay. Let me change the answer. Okay, cool. Okay, so depleted Vespene's question is: what is the natural state of Vespene? What is the natural state of Vespene? I'm going to make this multiple choice. Is it a solid, a liquid, or a gas? What is the natural state of Vespene? And what you're aiming to win here, guys, let me pick something off the list, is Sniper Elite 1. Sniper Elite, the original Sniper Elite game. Okay, so we've got 11 eligible users here. The answer is gas. You can do it, guys. You can do it. StarCraft told me the answer. I thought Vespene was a type of car. Petrov, you think everything's something it's not. You must construct additional pylons, yeah. I thought Vespene was a Pokemon. Nice. I thought it was Dragon Ball Z in your era. Okay, let's roll it. So this is for Sniper Elite, the original Sniper Elite game. I think you're a legitimate content creator. Nice, nice. Okay, so Walker, there we go. Walker is the winner, or WXLKER, I think that's Walker. So there we go. The next game we're going to give away is Sniper Elite V2 and then Sniper Elite 3 as well. And then right at the end of the stream, Nathan Alphaman's given us a game to give away as well. So we'll do that right at the very end. But Walker, that does mean that you now need to give me a question to ask next time. So if you know how to reach out to me on Discord, then please do that. If you need to tag me on Twitch, I can do it that way as well. But either way, you get me a question in the next few minutes and we'll go from there. Okay, so we've done those. Right, the next thing we need to do is just solder all of these points in. So I'm just going to go through these and solder them in place. Try not to try not to solder everything all at once. Oh gosh, that's gone badly. That has gone badly. There we go, rescued. I had rescued it. There we go. Okay, so whilst Walker is coming up with that question, I'm just going to solder the rest of these on, or as many as I can, and then we'll give away the next game. Perhaps maybe if I do 3 of these, and then we'll do the next game after the last 3, and then we'll do Nathan Alphaman's game as well, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to roughly time out at that point, because it's nearly midnight, and I do need to be up for work in the morning, so we shall finish this off another day. Okay. Okay, that's 3 of them done. Let's see if Walker has messaged me a question. You need to give me the answer as well, Walker. I need to know the answer too, so I can put the answer into the raffle decider into the bot. You need to, yeah, you need to send me the answer. Okay, cool. Right, okay, cool. Okay, so in fact, I'm going to copy and paste it. Yeah, I didn't know the answer to that. So you guys can't see me type it out. So the next question then, and this is for Sniper Elite V2. The next question is, how many provinces are in Canada? how many provinces are in Canada. I'm looking for a number. I'm looking for the actual number, not the number written out in text. But I'm looking for the actual number. DJ Walker has provided this question and answer. So if he's wrong, it's on him. How many provinces in Canada? Yeah. I've been learning this. What's a Canada? Exactly. That took you way too long to Google. Even Geo got it wrong, which is really worrying. If you win more than once, deplete your Vespine, it's pure chance. There is no favoritism in this. There's nothing wrong with that. I think Alansky actually won the other day when we did this on stream. Let me check. Yeah, Alansky won a game last week as well. So. He's won twice. There's only 5 if you put the answer of 10 into this. Three territories and 10 provinces, exactly. Yeah, so 10 is the answer that you want to put in, guys, if you want to try and win Sniper Elite V2. There's only 6 people eligible now, so 6 people. Nobody wants this game, clearly. Okay, we'll give it another second or two, and then we'll roll it. Okay, that's better. We're up at 8 now. We're up to 8 people now. Nice, nice. Okay, let's just roll it and see who gets it. Nathan Alphaman, the second win of the day. Oh dear. There you go, Nathan Alphaman. Rigged. Yeah. But hey, it's all fair if that's what the bot does. There was only 8 or 9 people in that one, so. Okay, there we go. Rigged, riggedy rigged, but I agree. There we go. Okay, so we have got Sniper Elite V3 to give away as well. So this is the latest one in the series, I believe. So I'm going to ask the next question for this because we've also got another one. So which English king married 6 times? Which English king married 6 times? And you want to put... so before you put the answer in, I just want his first name. So I only want his first name. That's literally all I want. All I want is his first name. Jonathan. Yes. Yes, Jonathan. So everyone calls me Jay because my initials are J-A-E and then my surname is Flynn. So J-A-E becomes J. So there you go. My first name's actually Jonathan, as Petrol was alluding to. He killed 2 of them, divorced the first one, beheaded the second one, the third one just died. He divorced the next one, he beheaded the 5th one, and then the last one survived him. So there you go. He had a real skill in eliminating these X's, but the last one outlived him, so there we go. Okay, so we've got 9 eligible users. The answer is Henry, if anyone wants to put Henry in to win this. Divorced done right. Yeah, divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived. There you go, that's a 6. Founded a church just to yeet one out of there. Absolutely. Yeah. All his X's encountered axes. No, only 2. Okay, 9 eligible users for this one. Let's roll it and see who wins. Sniper Elite V3. Rabbit Sensei, there you go. Rabbit Sensei, you have won Sniper Elite 3. So I shall get you that code out after the stream. Reach out to me on Discord or whisper to me on Twitch, and I'll make sure you get that code. So there we go. Unsubbing. Well, we do have one final giveaway to do. To be honest, I think I'm going to leave this where it is because I've done a ton of this soldering now. And as you can see, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. We're getting there, boys. We're getting there. Lots of buttons and things to do later on. A lot more diodes, resistors, and God knows what else to do. So we'll get round to doing the last of them. I'm probably going to do another stream, maybe Thursday or Friday, where we'll finish this off. In the meantime, the only thing I'm going to do is just tidy up some of these clippings that I've done on the bottom and just re-solder this connection here because it's bridged a little bit. So the rest of them I'm just going to tidy up, but that's the only thing I'll do between the end of this stream and the start of the next one. And we'll finish this off on on Friday, most likely. So, the last giveaway we're going to do is from Nathan Alphaman, and he wants to give away Divinity Original Sin 2. So that's another Steam game. Now, this isn't going to be one that I give away. He's going to actually reach out to the winner and he's going to arrange that with them. So this is Divinity Original Sin 2, which is a really, really good game. I have not played it, but I've seen quite a few people play it. And I've seen quite a few good reviews of it as well. So he does have a question and answer, and whoever wins this, he will reach out to you and he will arrange that for you as well. So yeah, really good game. So his question is, what colour is the United Kingdom in the board game Risk? So when you're playing Risk, what colour is the United Kingdom? It's not yellow. It's not yellow. But I probably shouldn't tell you any more than that. It's not green. It's not red. He's just putting all the colours in to make sure he's got the colour. It's not orange. There we go. There we go. People have got it right. Everyone Googling it right now, yeah. Trick question. It's not in Risk. It's irrelevant. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, blue's the right answer, guys. Blue is the right answer. Hey, I didn't pick the question. I don't know the answers. This is all entirely up to Nathan. I'm just going to push this this IC in here as well. So these make a nice click. There we go. That's all nicely seated in place. Post-Brexit, it's been removed and Iceland has replaced it. Fair enough. Okay, so we've only got 8 eligible users to win this one. The answer is blue. If you want to try and win this, put blue into chat now. The UK has floated off to the left a bit. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to roll it in 5, 4... Oh, that's 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, roll. AKB James, there you go. He is the winner of this particular one. There you go. AKB James. Cool. I shall make sure that Nathan Alphaman reaches out to you. There we go. Awesome. Awesome. Really good game to win there. There you go. Cool. Right then, guys, so that's the first part of this build stream. The next thing that we need to do when we do the rest of the build stream is we've got the remaining 3 of these to solder in, when these are going to be the basically the pins that hold in place the actual Nixie tubes. So the Nixie tubes have got their own circuit board, so I've got 6 of these to build up next week, and then they will sit on top of here basically, and they'll connect like so. And that's how the Nixie tube will go in, and then that makes them nice and easy to replace. So we'll be doing that. We'll also be putting the buttons in, the LEDs, the rest of the diodes and resistors and everything else that we've got as well. So that's all to come on the next half of this particular stream. Yeah, cool clock. As I say, the only thing I'm going to do with that between now and then is just tidy up a couple of the solder points, quickly get around with the flush cutters and trim things that need a little bit more trimming, because I've just been doing it quick today, and just fix that one bridged connection as well. So there we go. Always fun and hanging out with the Top Clock crowd. Yeah, it was just nice to do something a little bit different than keyboards. As much as I love building keyboards, I wanted to do something a little bit different. I did pick the worst time to stream, because I know that Nathan Kim is streaming now, but hey, you live and learn. You live and learn. Okay. Cool. That's all of those put away. Now I'm not going to lose anything. Right then, guys, that's very much. Thank you very, very much for the stream. It's not about the view count. No, I wouldn't stream if it was about the view count. I mean, we've had about 50 people watching throughout the course of the stream, I think. Gosh, that's got loud. We've had about 50 people watching during the stream. It's been up and down, but you know, build streams usually get about 100, 110. I just enjoy hanging out with you guys. I was going to build this anyway. Why not share it with a few people? Keep people going. Massive prototypist setup. No, I did get some new stickers in though for prototypist. There you go. How cool are they? Little prototypist stickers. to get those in. So anyone buys anything off the store, you will get some stickers included. Anarchy, got my own kit coming now, so I'll have something to do during the lockdown. Nice. Send me a link and show me which one you bought, Anarchy, because I'm dead interested to see that. Reach out on Discord and let me know. Cool. Right, I'm going to head off now, guys. It's just before midnight. We'll be back later on in the week, possibly Friday. We'll finish this build off. We'll get it looking nice and good and working and everything else. But yeah, I'm going to head out. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I shall see you again soon. Come and watch the show on Thursday. Watch out for Behind the Keyboard on Friday as well, because that's going to be a good first episode. And yeah, build stream on Sunday probably as well too. Cool. See you later, guys. Take care.